Yeah, we got me a new package. This new 4-gallon sprayer. Let's see. Let's see what we got here. Looks like a pack of the nozzles. We have the charging cable, top, a couple of these spray nozzles. Let's see if I can get this out in one hand. We got a sprayer. I mean, honestly, not bad for a little over 50 bucks. And knapsack. Okay. Well, I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna go ahead and get this sucker plugged in while I go do a fresh cut on the backyard and see how that goes. Once I'm done with that, I'll load this up, get some stuff down. Let's go ahead and get this thing started. All right, got a little tip from Yarbrough up in the Pacific Northwest. He actually uses this plumbing tape, puts it over all the connections. I'm gonna go ahead and do that now, just to make sure that this thing stays nice and sealed. Can't have any drips. So as interesting as this may seem, even though it says kitchen scale, it actually will measure plenty of stuff. So I got this, I'm excited about it, so I can start measuring out my fertilizer a little bit better, as I am going to be using more liquid fertilizer. So I'm going to break this sucker out and get some feature and a couple other things and go ahead and start spraying. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and measure my feature out. As you see or don't see yet, I have my good old nifty bag of feature. I have it in my Ziploc because it got a little messed up on the cut, but I'm going to go ahead and measure out. I have about 4,000 square feet that I am going to fertilize to. It says 1 to 2 ounces per 1,000 square feet on the side of the thing. So I'm going to go ahead and measure out. I believe it's 4,000. I'm going to probably just do 6 ounces to start. I'm making a mess. 5 ounces. Oh, 6.5, that's fine. I was gonna do a little bit less, but I think that'll work for right now. So 6.5 ounces of feature on 4,000 square feet. Let's see how this goes. All right, got me a little bit of water. I got my feature here. I'm gonna dump a little bit of this in here, probably around half, maybe. And I'm just gonna let that brew for a little bit. And use my good old Whataburger straw. Mix this up. Better if you use a little bit of warm water. But I'm gonna use this, I'm gonna mix this up so that when I do pour it in the tank, we are good. Use that for a second, mix it up, and in the meantime, I'm gonna get our new sprayer situated, do a little test out and see how it works before I start adding some of these liquid fertilizers in. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and put some water in here. Go ahead and get that filled up a little bit so I can go ahead and turn this on and test it and see how well it works. Make sure there's no leaks in anything, that we're good to go. And if you see the messed up foot, it really is because I tripped over a mower of mine and then got my other foot caught in a mower. So yeah, this is blood, sweat, and tears. All right, let's see what this spray pattern's like. A little leakage. I'm gonna tweak this a little bit. see what it's like. And I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bit of this lawn aerator, 2-in-1, 8 ounces of it, that all in there. See how that does. All right, I'm gonna fill the rest of this. Nice little premix feature. Gotta say, kind of a lot heavier than it looks, but 4 gallons of feature and some lawn aeration and some other stuff. But it's gonna go down. We'll see. I feel like a role-playing game. As you can see, not everything in my yard is perfect. This is a dog. Still working on that. Let's go ahead and see how this goes. Just so you know, guys, I am by all means no expert. Most of this stuff that I'm showing you, it's either the first time I'm doing it or only a couple times after the first time that I've done it. By all means, completely open for tips, tricks, whatever is necessary to make sure that this gets better and better. But hey, isn't that the reason why this is called Lawn Journey, not Lawn Expert? Still trying to figure my way around. We'll see. I gotta figure out what's going on right there. Anybody knows other than dry spots? I really need to get that aeration done in the spring. I did it last spring. I guess I need to re-aerate. Now, here's the dirty spot. By the way, if anybody has any idea other than ripping it up completely, this spot right here by the curb has just been straight horrible for me. If you have any ideas, please let me know. By the way, side yard. Looks like crap. All right, all in all, not looking too bad. It's been kind of a challenge this year. As you notice, or I guess you haven't noticed, don't have any gutters. So what has happened here is the water has come straight down and pummeled this spot. You can kind of see right there. You can see where that's been washed away. Some other spots over here. Actually, I have a video that I'll probably post with this to show you the way this looks like when it pours down rain. Obviously on the dog side, I got to figure out something to get the dog to not either urinate on my spot, or I think there are some pills or something that I can give her that will make it less acidic, less urea, I guess. Overall, cuts have been great. Just put some of that feature down that has a little bit of nitrogen in it, but does have that 10% of the chelated iron. Usually when I do that, it makes it pop pretty good. I do have some spots, as you see over there, that are dry. So I need to figure out, probably in the spring, I'm gonna come and aerate these spots and put some additional soil and sand down just to try to get that situated. You can see here, these spots, there's a spot down here and a spot down over here that it's unlevel. You can see that kind of with the cutting right there. And it does dip over to the side a little bit. For anybody that is curious, because I get asked by plenty of people, what's up with the longer grass versus shorter grass? It's just a way for me to have just a nice rectangular, kind of focused on yard. The edges are longer, obviously. Do not keep up with it as well as I do the stuff that's in the main turf area. Kind of debating on making this the putting green next year, right here off the patio, and then kind of winding it out into the main yard. But I don't know, I already spent so much time out here. I'm sure I'd get in trouble if I spent more. If you have any ideas about how to maybe improve that a little bit, I can tell you that I've done the screwdriver test. There are rocks under there, so I know for a fact that I'm gonna have to dig out a ton of stuff if I really wanted to get it perfect. Really am debating on just dumping a lot of soil there and just letting the grass fill in from that point. You can kind of see from here how that river right there runs, so that makes it a little difficult. Overall, Still pretty happy with the art. Got some lines right there that are not the best based off of cutting, but that's just the way that the art sits. I'm gonna try to improve that as best I can, but overall, I think the art's looking not too bad for this time of year after all the things that it's gone through. Several different resets for how to cut, different mowers, fungus that I've had in it, all kinds of stuff. So it's not the best right now. It's not the worst. It just means I get to spend more time out here trying to improve it. For those that ask, yes, I suck at landscaping. I need to figure that out, do a natural edge or something. I know it's on all my photos and videos. It sucks. You know what? You live and you learn. So I guess that's going to be it for this particular video. I will tell you my positives on that sprayer. Number one, it was cheap. It was 50 something dollars, which is great. Number two, 4 gallons, power, all that. Way easier for me than it was with the 2-gallon pump sprayer, pumping it on my own. Seems to work great. I'm going to tweak the sprayer nozzles a little bit. I kind of like more of that flat spray versus a big mist. I think there's a couple nozzles in there that I can get situated on that, so I'm going to tweak those a little bit. I need to seal up a little bit more too. Towards the end, I was noticed that the tips were leaking, so outside of that, I'm going to seal it up, look at a couple of the nozzles and see if I can make a different nozzle combination and kind of go from there. Overall, am happy with the sprayer. Next video, I will let you know how the adjustments have done. We'll see how it goes. Appreciate you following me on the lawn journey. It's fun. It's my hobby. I told somebody today it's a chore that turned into a hobby that turned into kind of an addiction. So again, not perfect, but if it was perfect, it'd be boring. So I'm going to continue moving until the next video. I'll see you guys later. Thanks.